Hello, hello. I'm Cosmic Jack. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to dive in to the astrology and what's happening because the cosmos are cuckoo. They're crazy. There's so much happening, and we just had this full moon in Sagittarius. Things are already coming through. We just had this full moon in Sagittarius, which was really the cusp and the turning point and the breaking point, catapulting you off, taking you off like the little rocket, like the little airplane that you are into your future self. Sagittariuses are ready to take fucking flight, right? They're always down to book the frickin' trip and to fully send it and to fully go for it. And now with this full moon in Sag, it's like, okay, yeah, like you've moved destination, like you've actually landed in the foreign land, and now you get to like live there now. Like that's like you're in your new reality. You're no longer in your home base, right? Like you're now in a foreign land. That's what Sagittarius is about. And with this Jupiter in Cancer now, it's like creating this sense of home wherever you are, right? Internally, because your home is an internal frequency. It's like wherever you go, there you are, And so it's really reconnecting it to your heart and your inner child and your magnetism. So that, you can use your magnetism to help you create the life of your dreams, the life that you want. And so there's this big stepping into the unknown energy. And we have been building for this for like 4.5 fucking years. So, you're ready to fucking launch, right? And there's no going back. And so really the last 6 months has been this buildup, preparing you energetically and internally for this launch. And confirmation. And it has been intense. Like the last 2 weeks, like my body has been breaking. Like I'm not joking. Like it has been decaying. It has been like I'm 13 years old and have growing pains. Like it has been moving through so much sludge and tension and emotion, really preparing for the shift into how things are going to be moving forward. And, I used to have this sweatshirt, which I remember I got, actually, I don't even think it was a sweatshirt. I think it was like a long sleeve t-shirt. I haven't thought about this in a long time, but I remember I was like on the cusp, like the biggest quantum leap I've ever had in my life was like it was like at the end of 2017, and I leapt into this like new, totally different reality. And I was like feeling it, right? I was scared and I was uncertain, and I was like, oh my God, like I am stepping into so much more than I've ever been. And I remember I got this shirt that said nothing changes if nothing changes, right? And which is obvious, but your body doesn't agree, right? Like your body is like, we've been living with this frequency for 35 fucking years, and we're scared to let it go because we don't know how to relate to the world without feeling this way, which is why, quantum leaping and creating change is such an internal emotional process, because you have to literally make room and make space in your body for what you want to receive and what you want to manifest. Because again, if you're holding like sludgy energy, you're holding fear, you're holding lack, you're holding negativity, and you're let's say you're holding all of that around love and you're wanting to manifest like your most divine life partner, it's like, well, that energy can't come with you. Like you can't be holding on to fear and heartbreak around love and manifest the love of your life. Like they're just not frequency matches. And so you have to surrender that part of you that was so used to relating to love from an energy of fear, right? From an energy of abandonment, from an energy of I'm not safe to be seen, right? Or I'm unsupported. And it's like, yeah, like none of those are actually the truth, right? I talked about this on my full moon in Sagittarius video, but it's like Sagittarius is about your beliefs, and your beliefs don't always represent the truth, right? You can always just change your beliefs to manifest something different. And so it's like, if what you wanted was a soulmate partner, what would you believe about that partner? What would you believe about love? What would you believe about relationships? And what would you need to internally shift within yourself and transform within yourself to align with that? Because if you are holding all of this emotional reactivity and wounded feminine energy and victimhood and neediness and insecurity and anxiousness, you're not going to be a match for your divine masculine man, right? And so it's like these wounded energies within you are what need to transform. And so the universe has literally been like teeing you up on a silver fucking platter, being like, this is what you said you wanted. And so we're now giving you the 3D opportunity for you to expunge these energies and these emotions where you're not fully in congruence with what you say that you want. Because the universe like is always supporting you. And you know, I have been like, when I say I have been squeezed the last like 6 months, but really like especially intensely the last few weeks, it is like, we want what you want so bad, and this is where you're holding on to past pain and past hurt. And I swear to God, like the hour Jupiter went into Cancer, I got the like revelation of like what I was holding on to that was blocking me. And I was like, okay, I see how my ego was avoiding that, right? I see where I was holding on to that, and I was not allowing myself to feel and really process that emotion. And you know, the beautiful thing about your emotions is as soon as you can just be with yourself and love yourself through feeling the emotion and without giving the emotion fucking meaning. Emotions mean nothing. Emotions literally mean nothing. They are feelings that your body just naturally knows how to process. And so it's not attaching meaning or stories or scenarios to your emotions and just letting your body move through it, because after you move through it and after you process the emotion is where the openness comes in, right? It's the shift in the energy, it's the shift in perspective, it's the clarity, right? It's the downloads, it's the 3D manifestation. Like it always immediately comes in after you shift your energetic charge. And so you know, we've really been squeezed, and I know a lot of you just from talking to you or like even just like meeting people are feeling this intense energy, right? And no one is like comfortable in their life right now. Like we're all being squeezed. And so it's also an opportunity for us to really break free of our past. And in order to break free of the past, you have to break through the felt conditioning. You literally have to break the feelings in your body. Like that's like the best way I can explain it. And so that's really what we're learning for the next year of Jupiter in Cancer, is really to just learn how to like re-nurture and re-love on ourselves in a new way and relate to our emotions in a new way, because your emotions really are the key to manifesting your reality. And they're literally like, as someone who didn't feel their emotions for the first 30 years of their fucking life, like they are literally the key to everything that you want, right? And this is what I've had to master with the Jupiter in Cancer in my natal chart, conjunct Chiron in my 6th house. It's like manifestation is a physical process, and manifestation is a result of you knowing how to work with your body to align with what you want. And so if you don't have what you want, there's an emotional energy in your body that is affecting your frequency and keeping you from being a natural alignment with it. And so what is so beautiful about the past 6 months, because I mean, I don't know about you, but the first like 5.5 months of this year have been fucking sludge, right? They have been fucking sludge because there has been all sorts of retrogrades and eclipses and outer planet shifts, and it's like we haven't really been able to get the ball fully rolling. But it's like we're at this point now where it's like, oh, we've done so much work to like get the ball rolling, and now it is like shooting out of a fucking cannon going down the hill. Like it is so fast that it's like, okay, like get fucking ready, because life is going to shift so fast on the other side of these like last kind of internal shifts. And so from now, really from the full moon in Sag until the new moon in Cancer, it's like this really kind of reorganizational energy, and integration energy for you to really be prepared to like shoot out of your new reality with the new moon in Cancer on June 25th. And that's when we're like stepping into like our summer selves, but it's really like our whole new, like this is where we're like we've traveled to the foreign land and we're starting a new life like in a foreign land. And that foreign land could like literally be still in your same 3D home, but everything has to be different now. So if you went from living in the mountains to living in the beach, it's like, what would you do differently when you were like living on the beach than you did in the mountains? Like that's how like 180-degree different like this change has to be. And so we're really having to survey like our 3D realities and really be honest with ourselves and tell ourselves the truth, right? Not the egoic truth, but like the soul aligned truth, which happens when you can connect to your heart. Your heart will tell you the truth. And really just get honest with yourself about like what's working, what's actually supportive, and really like reconnect to your inner magnetism. And you know, Jupiter in Cancer, she's gonna burst. Jupiter in Cancer has really been, I have a great post about this on my Substack about like really connecting you to your inner child, like joy and enthusiasm. Cancer represents that time of life when you're really starting to bloom and blossom into who you are. After you've grown and watered and nurtured yourself, then you can feel the safety to initiate heart-led connections and really be vulnerable in new ways and hold yourself in new emotional ways. And Cancer is your inner heart, but Cancer is the crab. It loves to protect itself. And so in order to really crack open your heart and express yourself authentically, you have to heal everything that's making you hide in your crab shell. And everything that's blocking your heart. And it's like that protection mechanism served you for a time, like blocking your heart served you for a time, but that was in the past, and we're not living in the past anymore. So you actually have to deal with like your heart, any like past pain or wounding around your heart, so that you can step into your new self, because your higher self doesn't have all these like lack and limitations around her heart, right? She's not worried about meeting the love of her life. She's not worried about being abandoned by her partner, because she has her partner. She's in love with the person of her dreams, right? So it's about any of those conditioned feelings or wounds within ourselves that don't match where we're going. It's like they actually have to be processed and sorted internally. And there's a big relationship energy. It is a 6-month. Cancer really is about relationships. It's about family. It's about the home. And, the Cancer really rules the supportive people in your life that like make life worth living, right? And it's about those supportive connections that can really nurture you and grow you into who you're born to be, right? Like that's what family does. It's like your the divine family, right? Like not just distorted family, but it's like they're supposed to like water you and nurture you and support you so that you can grow into who you're born to be. So this can be like your chosen family, your soul family, like really redefining the people that you have around in your close-knit connections, right? Like your close circle. And are they supporting you to who you are actually here to be? And this is like where the truth comes in too, because we have Saturn and Neptune in Aries. This is about your authenticity. This is about your confidence. This is about your courage. This is about your conviction. This is your boldness, your assertiveness, your leadership energy. And it's like, are the people in your life supporting your authentic, biggest version of self? Because sometimes, like, our bigness wasn't always, like, celebrated by people in our life, right? Like, if I walk into a room and I am, like, commanding the fucking presence in the room, who around me, like, in my circle or in my friendships, is going to try and, like, pull me back, right? Or they're like, oh, that's a little too big for me, right? And it's like you're going to start to see those people who are like actually seeing you and supporting you in your highest version, and like actually the people who are like subconsciously like not wanting you to grow and be bigger and bolder because of what that is reflecting to them, right? Like that's what makes relationships so powerful, is like they're such powerful mirrors to show us like, okay, well, I feel this way about this person. Are they not seeing me? And it's like, what is it reflecting back to me? And is this someone that I should be in alignment with, right? And so, and it's not really anyone's fault. Like, we're all just like dealing with our own hoopla and our own shenanigans, you know what I mean? So it's like, but it's like, actually, who are those people that truly see you and can hold you in your full power and your full potential? And really, how can I bring those people closer? How can I support them? Like, and really building those kind of close-knit, like family-like connections of like who is actually supporting my authentic self. And because what happens when we step into new energy is people from the past, like clockwork, they always come in, right? And they always try and pull you back, or you will get tested by like a new pattern, right? Confirmation. I got tested by a pattern these past like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh right, like this was a fucking little carrot old version of myself would have fallen for. And I had to be like, no, not falling for it. Not in alignment, right? And it's like developing this confidence, this new sense of confidence into who you are. And really, I feel like people really don't understand how powerful being seen by the right people are, and how actually, what's the like, I want to use like a big word, like catastrophic, actually, like the wrong people in your life can be. And it's, the people who have seen me in my life, like, have been so important to my evolution and really allowing me to like step into my self-belief and my confidence in myself. And I really see how old relationships where I was just fully not able to be my full confident, happy self, because you know what people don't talk about enough, like, do you know what the worst, I was thinking about this, so this is gonna be like probably controversial statement, but like the worst kind of friend is the friend who does not support you being happy, you know what I mean? And because this is what I've learned as a happy human, how much your happiness triggers other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I'm happy, I trigger people, like, and I have felt that from like a young age. It's like my happiness and my joy and my play and my pleasure is triggering for other people because they're not allowing themselves to feel that within themselves, right? And so it's like, if your happiness, if you living in your truth and your boldness and your confidence triggers people in your life, like, that's a sign that they have to immediately get removed, right? Because there's literally nothing worse and nothing more toxic to someone who can't hold you in your happiness. And so there's this big kind of like, you're being shown who actually can hold you in your light, who can hold you in your love, who can hold you in your divinity, and really is supportive of this future self that you're stepping into. And so we have Venus square Pluto happening this week. Venus in Taurus, it's like being about grounded in your value, in your worth. And Pluto is really can be kind of testing and showing you your shadows around where you're not fully valuing yourself as like the divine fucking goddess that you are, right? Venus in Taurus is Mother Earth. Mother Earth would never not see and value herself and her full fucking potential and her value and like, and her ability to manifest and to create and just really appreciating your own inner beauty and your outer beauty too, and really connecting to that sensual side of yourself and just really like nurturing and loving on yourself in like such more deep and profound ways. And we also have Mars this weekend, y'all, is gonna be nuts. And it's it is showing you. It is showing you, the universe is showing you who has your back. The universe is showing you where you have leaks. The universe is showing you where you're not operating in congruence with who you say you are. The universe is like showing you your fucking truth this week. And we have Mars square Uranus. And so, Mars is the ruler of the Saturn-Neptune conjunction happening, square Jupiter. And so to have Mars square Uranus, we haven't had, like, it's kind of bringing to boiling point stuff that was kind of initiated last July when Mars was conjunct Uranus, and it's taken a year for it to come into its square because of Mars is retrograde. And it's really, Mars and Uranus can be like breaking free. I'm going my own way. I'm taking this other route. Like, see you later. Like, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna take this crazy pivot. I'm gonna go in this other direction. It can be like a 180 turn, or, you know, like back off. Like, it just can be like kind of like breakup energy. It can be like, this no longer works for me. And because Jupiter is square Saturn and Neptune in Aries, it's going to be like into this emotionally, like people are wanting to lash out and act out. Mars in Leo is a bit of a drama queen anyway. And so there's this kind of like firework, explosive energy happening this week. That's really going to come to a boiling point and a breaking point on June 15th, and where it's like, just like it's like I'm seeing a volcano, right? And this can be good. Like, this can be good, like, because it's forcing you out of where you were. It's like forcing you out of your comfort zone. It's funny because, like, my air conditioner has been like on and off, like not been working all week, which is triggering because when it's like 90 degrees in Miami and your AC is not working, I can get grumpy quick, right? But I was realizing it was like getting me, like, I was like, well, first, like, I was like, what is this having you like boil up within me, right? Like, what, is there like inner pitta or anger that I need to like let out and process? And yes, like, there for sure was, but really what it was doing was forcing me out of the fucking house, right? And it's so funny because it was like the universe was showing me my magnetism, right? They were like, no, you are magnetic when you leave the goddamn house and you go out and you be your extroverted self, and you're a goddamn delight to everyone you meet. And when you are like excited and when you are in your heart and you are just like being like the social triple Libra, all of your zillion planets in air that you are, they were like, this is what happens, right? And I've met so many freaking people. I've like manifested all sorts of shit, right? And it's like, but it's like I wasn't like letting myself be in my magnetism, just like sitting out on the couch, right? And so the universe was like showing me, like, remember, this is what makes you magnetic. And they did that by like breaking my goddamn AC, right? Because, like, remember, everything is from God. Everything was from source. And so they were like showing me, they were like, this is the energy that makes you magnetic. Ta-da! Ta-da! Remember who the fuck you are. And it's like, oh, right, okay, because that's the thing with Cancer, right? Cancer can get so in its comfort zone. It's like the creature comforts, right? It's like, I'm comfortable in my sweatpants in the house, actually. And it's like, cool, but that's not your source of magnetism. Your source of magnetism is when you're out in the world. I have Venus in Sagittarius. I have a 5th house moon. I have a 9th house Libra stellium. Like, get your ass out into the world. Go be magnetic. Go light people up. And that's when your magic lamp finds you, right? Confirmation. And, we can tap into our magnetism when, just going back to that Cancer energy, when our sense of home and our sense of safety is found internally within ourselves. And so Cancer really is about nurturing and loving on yourself in such deep ways, like really mothering yourself. Like, how do you mother yourself? Like, beyond like, maybe like brushing your teeth and like the beauty routines and like all those kind of like surface level shit. Like, how do you actually like emotionally nurture yourself? Right? Like, how do you meet your own needs? How do you make yourself feel safe? How do you make yourself feel taken care of? And when I know that when I feel taken care of, I am my best self, right? That's when I'm free to liberate my heart. But if we're not prioritizing our own sense of safety and our own sense of home and our own like foundational frequency, then we actually can't be fully authentic in who we are, because the second you feel unsafe, your authenticity goes out the window. And so if you want to live more authentically, it's really about those roots and those foundations within yourself, which, by the way, join the feminine frequency if you want support with that. But it's like, when you are grounded and centered in yourself, like, this is when you can really step into your magnetism. and be a powerful creator, because your energy is self-sourced, so it's not really relying on anything externally happening, and you can just use the universe as a big fat fucking mirror showing you and leading you and guiding you to like what you need to integrate, what you need to do, reminding you who you are, and connecting to that inner child version of you that's so magnetic. And so really connecting to, you know, who you were when you were younger, what you like to do, what lights you up. Look to your moon for how to do this, and really just breaking free and stepping into like the adult version of that little kid. You know what I mean? It's like, how can I be an adult and like bring that magnetism and that light with me? Because if you want to be magnetic, you have to open your heart. And so that's really what we're being asked to move through all of the lack, all of the limitations, all of the dense emotions, all of the fear, all of the lack, all the stress that are dimming your vibration and keeping you from being who you authentically are. And again, you have to break those feelings and emotions within your body. And it's a big relational energy. And so when you can do the work to clear out your body, your energy field, and step into your authenticity, this is when you just like meet your matches, and you're met with like bigger levels of success, bigger levels of support, bigger levels of you fucking name it. Bigger dreams, right? Sagittarius is all about going bigger, going bolder, and things that you would never even think about is like landing when you can step into your authenticity. And one of the things that was like really beautiful, actually, that I heard, I think it was Phil Good was talking about this on like TikTok, was when you're stepping into the unknown, do you visualize darkness or do you visualize light? And I was like, I've never thought about that, but how much of us do we only associate the unknown with darkness, right? Because it's like the sky. It's like we're stepping into the dark of the night. We have no idea what's out there, or like the depths of the ocean. We have no idea what's underneath there. And it's like, what if we actually just visualized and trained our body and trained our brain just that everything that was unknown was full of light, was full of love, was full of magic, which was full of opportunities, you know? It's like, I've been pulling the Page of Cups all week. It's like the pigs could fly. Like maybe if I step into the unknown, that's where I hit the jackpot, right? Like that's where the love of my life is. That's where you know, pigs are flying and I'm like a princess in a castle and like, you know, whatever the imagination that we like can, you know, we had when we were younger. And it's like tapping back into that. Like what if the unknown, we just conditioned ourselves that it's light, that no matter what happens, it's light. And that's true, right? Because if even there's challenges, it's always getting us to more light. And so when we can open our bodies to hold more light, more love, more blessings, more success, more opportunities, more magic can just unfold. And so that's really what we're doing. We're creating our future self with more light, less dark. And again, it's requiring you to move out these dark, deeper emotions in your body that are affecting your frequency and affecting you from being just fully lit up, fully turned on, fully magnetic all the fucking time, right? And I know, like, I woke up this morning and I was just like going on my little walk and I was just smiling from ear to ear and I was like, oh, she's back, baby. She's fucking back. Like, and I was like, right, because when I am in my like heart-centered, like inner smile energy, like literally I'm like the universe revolves around me, which is like true for everyone, right? Like the universe revolves around everyone. But I was like, this is my secret sauce. This is where the magic happens. But it's like that extroverted internal magnetism didn't turn on until I did the work to like remove everything that was blocking it. So it's really a big opportunity this week, the next 2 weeks building up until the new moon in Cancer. Which you're really gonna have to be integrated in this new like loving version of yourself, this more, because you need new levels of love and care and tenderness with yourself and support and that mother energy. Like you have to mother yourself in new ways. And because once Uranus goes into Gemini in July, it's like guns fucking blazing, rocket is launched. You have to go inhabit the moon now instead of where you're at. And so like, what do you need to do to prepare for like life on the moon? Like that's kind of the energy. And get yourself in the feminine frequency to support you in landing on the moon, because that's really the magic that is going to be created inside, supporting you in literally becoming your authentic self and really healing the emotional and energetic blocks that prevent you from naturally being it. On the other side, your intuition turns on, you shift your identity, and you just you're so much more connected to yourself, to your body, to the world, to manifest. You just have a deeper understanding of energy and how energy works. And you know, if you want to create change, something has to change. And if what you're doing isn't working, then it's time for you to step into something different. So I'll put the information for that below, but it's literally everything that I've had to do to shift my body, shift my results, shift my life, because information is not transformation. Information is not embodiment. And this energy has to now be embodied. It has to be in your body. So if you want support with that, join the feminine frequency. We're going to be receiving 70 a high from Jack, who is such a powerful energy healer. She is just a magical human and just so full of love and light also. So two queens supporting you in becoming your own version of your queen, and work with the energy to create the shifts. So sending you all my love. It's a big time. It's a big opportunity. Like, this is probably the biggest week of the year. And it's like after this, like really like this 2-week portal is setting you up for success for the rest of the year. So step into it, lean into it, and move with it accordingly. So sending you all my love. Bye guys.